Doneil Henry, Halifax's newest signing. Doneil, what did you make of your first appearance at the Wanderers, Graham?
The reception from the supporters here at this club are amazing. I felt at home right away. A clean sheet, a win, attractive football, everything that Pat promised, and we just want to continue to stay consistent and so far just have a good season for the fans.
Joining halfway through the season, obviously the groups kind of had their gel together. What do you bring as an experienced player? Obviously you've played in the MLS, you have plenty of Canadian men's international caps, so what type of player are the fans going to get and what type of player are your teammates going to get?
Yeah, I just want to be a calming presence when it gets into those even later stages of the game. Just bring that cool, that calm, that collective, just to make sure that we can finish games off. I feel like from the games that I've watched, sometimes we get a little bit of a panic and we concede late, but just letting the guys know that we have an amazing team, a lot of young talent, hard work and fast, and we play really attractive football. So when it comes to defending and organizing and making sure that we're in the right places when we do have the ball, it'll help us in the long run.
Patrice mentioned your leadership. Obviously, one of the you're not old, but one of the older players on the team for how young the squad actually is. And he talks about the mentorship that you would be able to provide to players like Dan Nemec. Yeah. What do you think is the most important most important aspect of you coming here with your type of leadership?
Yeah, I think Dan, Kale, Wes, the back line played really, really well today. They deserve that clean sheet. On what I would say is defending is as a group. 1v1 you can show your qualities, but a good back line is always collective. And today they gelled. They're always on the same page and same beat. So no, Dan today definitely a great assist too, but his defending abilities, his quality getting up and passing, it was superb. Dan just needs to keep it simple, continue to grow in this Bengal games. He has another level that he still doesn't know yet, but that's going to come on a day-to-day basis. But he's going to get there for sure.
Before you came to the league, did you have any experience watching the CPL? Did you know what type of league you were going to be getting into? And was there any sort of reason that maybe would have brought you here outside of Patrice? I know you talked a lot about Patrice being an influence of why you were coming here. The attractive football you've already mentioned, but was there anything specifically about the league that you thought like you would do well here and this is a place that you'd like to come?
Yeah, I knew eventually I would definitely land here. Did I think I was going to get here this quickly? No. But I definitely know what's going on because I do watch games. I do have an account to watch all the One Soccer games or whatever it's called. I can't remember. Yeah. But I have friends. I know like majority of the players who play in the league anyway. So I know it's quality. And I know the young players that are in this league, so it wasn't that hard of a decision. It just made the decision more easier knowing that I was going to play for a coach that has a vision and wants to play and what he needs and what he's expecting of me. The roles are very clear, so that's why it was so easy for me to come here. Talking
about Patrice, he's had a lot of experience, and I think a lot of people don't really realize about some of the players that he's coached at the youth level. Yeah. He was a big reason, like we talked about, for you coming here, but can you just tell me a little bit more about how you might have known Patrice in the past, or how you really got to know what type of person he was, and he was a coach that you wanted to play for? Yeah.
We never brushed shoulders when I was a younger player, but what I do know, a lot of groundwork and grassroots, especially in Ontario. Patrice had a big impact on a lot of players. It's some of his ex-players who got me to come here because of how much they confide till this day, still talk to. Patrice mentors them still to this day, so I knew exactly who I was going to be playing for. His impact back home for Vaughan, the club especially there, is immense. And you can see it with he now has players who represent the national team and World Cup players, so that's great.
Do you think that this league has the quality to produce World Cup players or Gold Cup players? I know it's obviously a new league, it's only been around for 4 or 5 years now, but I feel like there's a growing consensus that there are some really good players coming out of this league. Do you think that there are some players in this league that have the potential to maybe take the next step, like you, to maybe go to the MLS and then maybe make Canada's national team and represent them internationally?
I think Halifax, our club, we have at least 3 or 4 guys who I think if they can continue to keep a high level and show well, and if we can win games and continue to play attractive football, they'll be rewarded this year.
Doneil, it was a pleasure to meet you. We look forward to seeing you much more at the Wanderers ground. Thank you for your time.
Definitely. Take care.
Thanks, man.